Hey, everybody. Can you hear me? Yes. Yay. I'm so happy to see you guys. I had so much fun last week. So, I am so happy to see you. Are you guys ready for another adventure? So, we're going to use the chat and here we go. We might have a few people still leaning in, joining us. So, I am so happy to see you guys. Let's see. All right. So let's begin. Anybody else that joins in can join in. So welcome back. I'm really happy to see you. Let's begin with, before we dive into our work, let's begin with an opening ceremony and setting our attention. Let's begin with presence. So if you have your candle, hold your candle. Think of your intention, what you would like to receive. What would be your intention for this class so that we can begin with presence? And if you don't have a candle, that's okay too. You can put your hands on your heart. What would you like to receive from this class tonight, from being together? And when you're ready, light your candle. Put it in a safe, fire-safe container. And this candle burns during the class, focused on your intention. I'm so happy you're here too. It's wonderful to see each of you. I love spending this time with you in this intention setting, in this deep dive into getting to know ourselves even more. This is wonderful. So, place your hand over your heart and your belly and whisper aloud to yourself, I am home in my body. I am safe to be here. My soul is welcome here. So let's check in. We are a small class, and let's whoever feels comfortable sharing, of course, how did you do this week since last week's class? Is there anybody that wants to share? You can unmute yourself or you could stick it in chat too. How did you do since last week? Just really connecting with yourself, with your body.
Hey, Sue.
Hey, Michelle. Thank you for sharing. How did you do?
I was gonna say, I think I was forced to connect with my body because I ended up being sick for like 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I couldn't leave the house and everything. So I think it was like being forced to be like connected to myself and be aware of everything that was going on. So that was an interesting, I did not expect that, but
So that sounds almost different, that you could have been sick before and just plowed through and not connected with yourself.
definitely usually do plow through.
Good for you,
Yeah.
Michelle. That's wonderful. And how was it being sick and just really tending to yourself?
Um, I would say it wasn't easy. No, because yeah, I usually just power through. It was hard. But I mean, yeah, I think it was interesting to do that. And
Did you do anything different for yourself that you would have normally done or not done?
well, definitely actually like I had plans, and so not doing them and literally just staying home. I did not leave the house for 3 days straight. Um, was very different. Like other than the flu and COVID taking me out that much, and even then, I think it's usually been max 2 days. I took that much time to like be like, nope, I got to get better. And even when I thought I was getting better and I didn't, it like so it ended up like 5 days. But yeah, actually not pushing myself to be like, okay, now everything's got to be back to normal. So
I'm so proud of you.
thank you.
Wonderful. And thank you for being brave and sharing.
You're welcome.
And Julie says she made better food choices. Yay! How was that for you, Julie? Was it strange? Did you do it consciously? So you can always add. I don't want to push either. Did you guys get out and ground yourselves? Did you connect with the earth? And how was that? I'm following along too. I I was making some good choices. My knee has been bothering me, so I'm in PT and exercising and moving my body. And so it feels really good to take care of myself, put myself first. So Julie said making better food choices was good. She did it courteously to feel, oh, um, you meant consciously, I bet, to feel into her body. She asked what it needed. Wonderful. Was that new for you, Julie? And how did it feel? Oh, and Michelle followed up. She was letting her lawn grow and tried to weed whack and ended up pulling the weeds out herself. So that was grounding, huh? Awesome. Julie is just mentioning it's hard to type. You can also unmute yourself, Julie, if that's easier. So it's something you were getting back to. Awesome. I love this. I love that you guys were paying attention to yourselves and your bodies and what it needed. Did you get any messages from your body? Did you speak to it? Did you hear anything from your body? Okay, you can use a chat. So this week we are speaking from our soul, clearing our voice, using our voice. So tonight we're going to explore the sacred voice, our voice, the bridge between our inner truth and our outer expression, how we put ourselves out into the world, how we care for ourselves. You know, our everything is energy. Our thoughts, they carry a frequency. And our words are spells. These are the things that we put into the world, our intentions, and this is how we begin to create our world. Have you ever thought of them as a spell? The things we repeat about ourselves, about others, about life, they don't just stay in our minds. This is energy, and they land in our energy field, and they go out into our world. Even our unconscious thoughts, the thoughts that the thoughts even behind our thoughts affect us, and they impact our energy. So if have any of you studied uh, Dr. Emoto's work with water? Anybody raise your hand? Dr. Emoto, being a scientist, he did an experiment where he would speak into a bottle of water or a pool of water, and then he would freeze it and put it under a microscope. And the words that were high vibration, love, um, were each of the words held a vibration, and you could see it under a microscope. And so the words that were high vibration created beautiful snowflake designs of sacred geometries. And the words that were negative created muddled masses. And so what he proved was that our words do matter. What the ancients said about words being spells and being going out into the world do create our reality. So when we are speaking high vibe, it changes our words, our intention, and our wins in life. But water, because we are made of water, they also change our molecular structure. So if we are talking high vibe, because we are made of water, it positively impacts our physicality. If we are negative, that changes our output, and it changes our wins as well. They're not as successful because our energy goes out into the world, and that's what we create. Likewise, we are made of water. So if we talk low vibe, those low density energies negatively impact, or create the same energy in us. It's wild, right? So our unconscious thoughts, the things that we learned since we were children, from what our parents told us, our siblings, our teachers, our peers, often framed our view of the world, our programming in the world, and then we have since adopted it. And frankly, most of us go about pretty unconsciously and say things and don't realize the power that we're inputting into our world, into the world. And are we positively impacting ourselves? Or are we negatively impacting ourselves? So our worry, our fears, our disappointments, our biases all impact us first and then flow out into our world. And it is thought that energy can first lodges in our energy system and then becomes denser and denser and denser until it becomes dis-ease, which if you took the disease class with me originally, that was one of the first online classes. Um, we talked about um, the discomfort within our bodies, so that this is where our pain, our worry, and all can be housed. It's wild, right? So when we change our energy, our story can change. So simply by shifting the things that we say can really um, greatly positively impact our world. We often give ourselves permission to bitch and to complain. But if you notice your energy, you'll notice that your body will start to feel differently. So this is again going back to the first class, how we begin layering information on top of one another. So we can, if we're not feeling great, we can ask our body what's going on. And we can also start to correlate our thoughts and our words and start to change that so we can change our reality. So over time, all that energy imprints into our nervous system, into our cells, into our posture, our beliefs, and our reality. And if we're struggling with stressors, we can really cause ourselves more harm by focusing on the negative because it impacts our body. So when we speak with love, if we're paying attention and we're in tune with our body, our soul, if we speak with love, our body softens. If we speak with shame or fear, your body contracts. Your body hears everything that we think and that we say. And our body believes us. So we are in constant dialogue with ourselves. And the question becomes, what kind of relationship are you building with your body, your spirit, your future? What are you building through your words? Is it going to be a world that you will enjoy and that will be sweet, or will it be bitter? And it doesn't change the circumstances in the world. You know, the world is giving us challenges, and our work is to be loving to ourselves, to talk to ourselves as if we are the children that we adore. So the ancients knew all this. Every tradition speaks to the power of the word. In magic, we can call it incantation, enchantment. In healing, we call it intention. In trauma work, we might call it our narrative, our shadows. And in quantum physics, we call it vibration. But our hearts, we call it truth. And truth is not always loud, but it is always liberating. And our truth will change as we evolve. So, does anybody have any questions right now? Okay. Okay. So, let's do an exercise. Because there's nothing like something experiential when we feel the difference between the words that harm and words that heal. And we're all about healing and having more wins in life. This is why I'm teaching this class, because we want more wins in life. Life doesn't have to be so hard. So, who's with me? Raise your hand. So, sit comfortably, upright. Your spine is tall, but it's soft. Close your eyes and just drop in to the center of yourself. Place one hand on your heart and one on your belly. And take a deep breath in and exhale with a sigh. So breathe in the new fresh prana and exhale all the stuff that you no longer need. And just feel your body as it is without any judgment. Now, think of these phrases. As I say it, you can say it also. Think of a phrase. Actually, let's start with think of a phrase that you say to yourself when you're frustrated or self-critical. Just think of it. It might be words like, I'm so stupid. Nothing is ever working. I'll never get it right. Say it quietly or whisper it in your mind. Just say it once. And then pause and tune in. Tune into your body. What happened? And write in the comments, like, what happened? Did something contract or tighten? Where did your energy go? Did it change? How did that feel? Yeah, Julie says it contracted. Yeah. And the energy feels to me, because I said it also. Michelle says it felt like a spiral down a black hole. Julie says it felt bad. Yeah, because their energy hears it and contracts. And Jean says her neck and shoulders got stiff. Exactly. Our body believes everything that we think and that we say. It's wild. Our body, like, this is why last week's class was so important, that we start to listen to our body. Our body holds the stories. And I can feel somebody's head. It's like going into a disassociative state. Who you don't have to, but I could feel like it's almost like swimming, right? So these negative thoughts, now let's try something and watch what happens. So you're in life, it happens, but what's going to happen is we're going to catch it and then we can clear the energy. So let's become more aware of our inner and outer life. Take a deep breath into your nose, exhale through your mouth. Shake your hands, gently move your body to reset. And now let's say something loving and that's true about you. Even if you don't fully believe it in the moment yet, let's speak this with kindness. So, for example, I am doing the best I can, and that's enough. That is enough right now. I'm doing the best that I can. I'm learning, I'm growing, and I am worthy of kindness. I am worthy of compassion for myself. I'm worthy. And here's another one. My body is wise, and my soul is leading me home. Could you feel the difference? What did that do for you? Who would like to share? Julie says, yes, expanded. Exactly. There's nothing like the kindness that we can offer ourselves. It's healing. It's an act of compassion. And it's the truth. You deserve kindness and love and compassion, and we're all learning. And our soul is speaking to us. We are finding ourselves again. Yay! All by becoming more aware, by listening to the deepest part of ourselves. In Genesis, if anybody knows the book Genesis, right away it talks about the word, the power of the word, and that the word created the world, and it does with us as well. We, as above, so below, as within, so without. And so you can really see how this esoteric um, understanding really comes into play. As above, so below. The higher the vibe comes down into our world, it affects our world and then goes out into our world. So just this very understanding about the power of the word really helped me change the words that I use and how I can be impacted in the world. So we can say it out loud. Um, And we can also say it, we know that by even whispering it or thinking it, it changes our word, our world, our energy. And so, this is an exercise that you can do. I have often prayed silently, but I'll tell you something. When I pray and I say it out loud, there is a different conversation and a different reaction from spirit than if I just think it. The power of the word, putting the spell out into the universe out loud is very, very powerful. So but by the same token, our our silent thoughts are also heard, right? So try it saying things out loud. Anybody have any questions? I'm going back and forth to the chat. Okay. All right. So you guys are good. All right. So I have, so as we can imagine, there are different words that are empowering and others that are, as we discussed, lower vibration. So how do we know if it's the voice of our soul, the high vibration, or the wounded voice? Because the soul is high vibration, right? Our voice is holy. My words are my prayer. So the soul is a high vibration. And when we speak to ourselves as if we're holy, well, that's because you are. Our words shape our field. Our thoughts create our reality. And your energy, your beautiful, evolving, sacred energy is listening. So your words are holy. Our words are our prayer, are the spell that we put out into the world. Interesting, right? So the soul voice, our high vibration voice. So this is another, I'm going here because last week we talked about the body and how to listen to the deepest wisdom of our body, of our soul, right? And we could feel it. And so this week we're talking about the the words that we use. And in the West, we are typically shut down and we are programmed with by our family, our siblings, our peers, our teachers, and ourselves also by the words that we tell each other, tell ourselves, right? And so how do we know what is truth? How do we pivot and change? Because we know we can pivot just by our intentions, by paying attention and then catching ourselves. What are we thinking? What are we saying? So that we can pivot and work more in alignment with our soul, with our highest self. And so we have to know the difference between the soul's voice and the voice of our wounds, right? And our soul has a voice, and so does our fear. The wounded voice speaks from defense, maybe trying to prove ourselves, people pleasing, performing, withholding, fear, anger, right? From our trauma. And the soul voice speaks from knowing, and it's rooted in clarity and kindness, and it's aligned with our power, our personal power. And so when we speak from our soul, we don't need to explain, justify, or shrink. But we must first we have to clear what's lodged in the throat. We are often blocked in the throat chakra because of our unspoken truths, generational silence, and trauma about being misunderstood or punished for our truth, criticized. Anybody resonate with that? Me? So let's, I'm going to take you on a guided meditation. And this is about clearing the voice, awakening our soul, the voice of our soul. So, you guys with me? Yeah? Okay, awesome. So let's begin. Find a comfortable position. You're going to be sitting upright because your head, if you're meditating, your head needs to be upright in the etheric energy. If you're lying down, you'll fall asleep and you're doing something else. So sit upright. Allow your body to soften. Let your spine rise gently as if your crown is reaching toward the sky and your seat is rooted deep in the earth. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Again, inhale light. Exhale worry and tension. And this deep breathing guides us home, back into ourself, and invite presence into your body. And as you continue to breathe, bring awareness to your body. Feel the weight of your body supported by the ground underneath you. Yes, we go back to our body. Always, always back to you. Let your shoulders drop, relax and unclench your jaw. Soften your belly and your hips. And with each continued exhale, let go, relax, sink deeper into your body. You're safe. You're safe here. And now gently bring your awareness to your throat. You can even place one or both hands over your throat space. This sacred center of expression, your truth, your connection, your intuition, all this resides in this throat space. This is why it's so important for you to know your truth so that you can share your expression, your creativity in the world, your connection in the world, and receive your truth from spirit your intuition. And just take a moment and feel. Notice how your throat chakra feels. Is there tightness, numbness, warmth? Is energy moving? Are your jaws tight? This is all your throat chakra. And there's no right or wrong way here. Just notice. Again, this is love. This is you tuning into your body, caring enough to know more about you. How is this sacred center of expression? Imagine a soft blue light forming at your throat. And with every inhale, this light grows brighter. And with every exhale, it gently clears what doesn't belong here. This all happens with your love and your your awareness, your presence. Just pay attention. With every inhale, this light grows brighter and lighter. And with every exhale, it gently clears what doesn't belong here. Breathe in openness and exhale, release, let it go. It's as simple as that. Let the blue light expand, clearing old stories, unspoken truths, inherited silence, fear of judgment. All of that can soften right now. You're safe. All that, let it melt in the blue light and let it lift. You might even feel the rest of your body just softening and relaxing as your throat chakra just melts and lets all the old stuff that doesn't belong here anymore just leave. Now imagine this light connecting you with your voice, not the voice of fear or performance or hustle or judgment, but the one that whispers in the quiet, the one that speaks with clarity, calm, and conviction, your truth. This voice doesn't need to prove or to please. It's your truth. It simply is. And now say silently or aloud, I am safe to speak. My voice is sacred. I trust the truth that lives inside of me. Remember that your body hears everything. And here you tell your voice I am safe to speak. My voice is sacred. I trust the truth that lives inside of me. And now let's try toning or creating gentle sound. You don't have to be a musician or a singer. This is moving the energy, allowing our voice to express itself. And if it feels right, begin to hum softly. And you're all on audio, you're on mute, so just allow yourself to hum softly, low grounding from deep within your throat. And you might feel the vibration loosening things that are stuck. You can tone ah or hum. Let your voice be its own gentle cleansing and clearing tool. And there's no right way, there's only your way. Mm, And continue humming, allowing your voice to move. Open your mouth. Ah, and just notice the little work that we've done with humming and toning. Feel the difference in your throat. Is it lighter? We can continue this work over the week using your voice, humming in the shower, singing in the shower. Sing with music again, like you did as a child before you were told to be quiet. There is a chant that you can chant to really open up and allow the divine light to flow. It's toning Om. Yes, the meditation Om. This is the first vibration that went out into the world, and it sounds like Ah Om. Ah. Om. 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 Now return to stillness. Let your breathing slow down again. Imagine your throat bathed in soft, healing blue light, open, alive, and free. And take a moment and ask your soul, what truth wants to be spoken through me? What does my voice need to feel safe? And just listen. We drop these pebbles into the pond and just listen. What truth wants to be spoken through me? What does my voice need to feel safe? Let the message come. No need to analyze, just receive. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll your shoulders. Stretch if you need to. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And when you're ready, write down the answers. Let your voice come through your pen without censorship or editing. Let your voice come through your pen without censor or editing. Let your truth meet the page. You're safe. I'm so proud of you. You showed up again the second week. You showed up for you. I am so proud of you. So it's almost the end of another class. I want to ask you to write and speak one sentence that you want to start living from. This week, just where does your soul want you to begin living from? For example, you might say, I no longer abandon myself to try to keep the peace. Or I create my life in alignment with my truth. Or I trust my voice and I'm going to let it lead me. So, what's the one agreement that you would like to make with yourself that you can start living from this week? Write it down, share it if you like. And I'm going to invite you to repeat this and for 7 days until our next class. I'm going to share with you what I'm doing this week, the agreement I'm making with me. I will be meditating each morning in the sun and aligning my day with my truth. I love your courage. I love being here with you. I love that we're doing this together and that we're not alone. Thank you for showing up. Before we depart, does anybody have any questions? Thank you, Julie, Michelle. Next week, we dive even deeper. Class 3 is we will be creating a life that reflects our soul. So I'm excited about that. I will send out, use the same Zoom link and I will send out a replay if you'd like to rewatch this or for anybody that couldn't be here in person. Um, anyway, have a great night. You did beautiful. And please let yourself speak. Listen to your truth. I know each of you, and you are so beautiful. The world needs your voice. We need your voice. You need your voice. Bye, guys.